Hello Primary 5. Today we are going to continue our revision sheet. Complete. Number 1. The effect of the friction force is in the which direction of the movement? The friction force is in which direction of the movement? Yes, opposite direction. The friction force is in the opposite direction of the movement. So the effect of the friction force is in the opposite direction of the movement. Number 2. Factors affecting friction force are, I need here 2, but we have 3 factors. They are what? The surface area of the moving object, the type of the material surface, smooth or rough, and the speed of the body. So we have 3 factors. We will choose 2 from them. Okay, the factors affecting friction force are the surface area of the moving object and the speed of the body. 3. Rockets and what are designed in streamline shapes to decrease air resistance? Rockets and give me another example. Something designed in streamline shapes to decrease air resistance. You can say trains, you can say new cars, you can say anything, ships designed in streamline shapes. But here air resistance, so we can write ships, we can write modern cars or trains. So rockets and new cars are designed in streamline shapes to decrease air resistance. And new cars, you can say aircraft, you can say airplane, trains. Okay, you have many examples. Fish have what shape to decrease water resistance? Fish have which shape? In the last question, streamline shape. Streamline shape. So fish have streamline shape to decrease water resistance. What prevents us from slipping down? What prevents us from slipping down? Sure friction force between our leg and the road. So friction force prevents us from slipping down. Friction force between our shoes and the ground prevents us from slipping down. Number 6. The circulatory system consists of what? Blood vessels and what? The circulatory system consists of 3 parts. What? Blood vessels and what? All of you know that circulatory system consists of heart, blood vessels and blood. Heart, blood vessels and blood. So the circulatory system consists of heart, blood vessels and blood. Number 7. The vessels that carry blood to the heart are known as, we have 3 types of blood vessels: arteries, veins and blood capillaries. Okay, which of them carry blood to the heart? Yes, sure, veins. Veins carry blood from all the body parts to the heart, but arteries the opposite. Okay, so from body parts to the heart they are veins. Okay, and we have examples for veins like pulmonary veins and superior and inferior vena cava. So the vessels, the type of vessels that carry blood to the heart from body parts to heart are known as veins. Number 8. All veins carry blood rich in what? All veins carry blood rich in carbon dioxide except one. Except what? Pulmonary veins. Okay, so all veins carry blood rich in carbon dioxide gas except pulmonary veins. So all veins carry blood rich in carbon dioxide gas except pulmonary veins. Okay, number 9. Pulmonary artery carries which blood, while pulmonary vein carries which blood? Primary 5, don't be confused. We said all arteries carry blood rich in oxygen except pulmonary artery. So pulmonary artery carries blood rich in carbon dioxide, and we called it deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood. While pulmonary veins, we know that all veins carry carbon dioxide except pulmonary veins, which carry oxygenated blood. That means blood rich in oxygen. Okay, don't be confused. Pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood, while pulmonary vein carry oxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood. So a pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood, while a pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood. Number 10. Blood consists of what? Blood consists of what? Of 4 compositions, like red blood cells, white blood cells, blood platelets, and plasma. Okay, here we need only 3, so you can write 3 from them. So blood consists of red blood cells, white blood cells, blood platelets, and also plasma. Number 11. Keep the temperature of the body constant. Keep the temperature of the body constant. So this is blood. Keep the temperature of the body constant. So this is blood. Okay, blood keeps the temperature of the body constant. 12. Which type of cells, of blood cells, carry oxygen and carbon dioxide? Carry oxygen and carbon dioxide. This is what, red blood cells or white blood cells? Sure, it's red blood cells, which are responsible for carrying oxygen and carbon dioxide. But the white blood cells defend the body. Okay, so red blood cells carry oxygen and carbon dioxide. Delete blood cells. So red blood cells carry oxygen and carbon dioxide gases. Number 13. The blood flows from atrium to what? Through valve. Between them, valve. So the blood flows from atrium to ventricle. So the blood flows from atrium to ventricle through valve. Between them, valve. Okay. Which ventricle pushes blood to the 2 lungs? Through what? Which ventricle pushes blood to the 2 lungs through what? Left or right? Sure, right. Ventricle pushes blood to the 2 lungs through what? So right ventricle pushes blood to the 2 lungs through pulmonary artery. Okay. Next type of question, write the scientific term. Number 1. A force that slows down the moving object and has its effect in the opposite direction of the object's movement. Which is this force? Yes, it's friction force. So a force that slows down the moving object and has its effect in the opposite direction of the object's movement, so this is friction force. But if he said like the second question, a friction force between air and the moving object through, so the friction between air and moving object, so we will call it not friction force, we will call it air resistance. Air resistance between air and object, this is air resistance. Between two objects, friction force. Between water and object, so this is water resistance. So here a friction force between air and moving objects through, so this is air resistance. A friction force between air and moving objects through, air resistance. Okay, number 3, a force opposes the motion of a boat in the river. Boat in the river, so this is water and object, so this is we called it what? Water resistance. Water resistance. The system a force opposes the motion of a boat in the river, water resistance. The system that transports oxygen, digested food and water to all body cells. Which system? This is which system transports oxygen, digested food and water to all body cells? Sure, it's circulatory system. It's circulatory system. The system that transports oxygen, digested food and water to all body cells, circulatory system. Number 5, a muscular hollow organ equals about the size of your fist. Also, this is what? This is heart. Yes. So muscular hollow organ equals about the size of your fist. This is heart. The upper chambers of the heart. The upper chambers of the heart. We have 4 chambers, 2 upper chambers and 2 lower chambers. The upper chambers, we call them atria. We call them atria. Atria, both of them, but one of them only, atrium. So the upper chambers of the heart, atria. Look at the second question. The lower chamber of the heart, lower chamber. So this is ventricle. The lower chamber of the heart, ventricle. The end of arteries and the beginning of veins. The end of arteries and the beginning of veins, the network between them, this is blood capillaries. This is blood capillaries. The cells that have no nuclei. The cells that have no nuclei. We know that we have 2 types of cells. One of them has without nuclei, and the other one with different forms of nuclei. So the cells that have no nuclei, this is red blood cells. Red blood cells. So the cells that have no nuclei, this is red blood cells. Cells that attack microbes which attack the body. So the army of the body, the white blood cells. White blood cells. So cells that attack microbes which attack the body, this is white blood cells. Number 11, the blood component that keeps blood in a liquid form. The blood component that keeps the blood in a liquid form. This is which component from the blood? Yes, plasma. Why? Because plasma it's a yellow watery fluid. Yellow watery fluid. Okay, so it's a liquid, so it keeps the blood in a liquid form. So the blood component that keeps the blood in a liquid form, plasma. Look at the second question. A yellow watery fluid in which the blood cells are suspended. The same answer, plasma also, the same answer. So a yellow watery fluid in which the blood cells are suspended, plasma. 13, blood circulation between the heart and the lungs. You know we have two types of blood circulation, the minor or pulmonary blood circulation and major or systemic blood circulation. This is which type? Between heart and lungs. So this is minor or pulmonary blood circulation. This is a small one, because the another one, major or systemic blood circulation, between heart and all body parts of the body. So a blood circulation between heart and the lung, the small one, minor blood circulation. Second type of question, correct the underlined words. Okay, so we'll correct the underlined words. The friction force increases by decreasing the speed. The friction force increases by decreasing the speed. No, all of us know that there is direct relationship between friction force and speed. That means when the friction force increases, the speed increases. When the friction force decreases, the speed decreases. This is direct relationship. So the friction force decreases by decreasing the speed. So the friction force decreases by decreasing the speed. Number 2, when a parachutist opens his parachute, air resistance decreases. Now he increased the surface area, so the air resistance must increase also, and this is also direct relationship between the surface area of the moving body and the air resistance. When the surface area increases, the air resistance increases. When the surface area decreases, the air resistance decreases. Here he opens his parachute, so he increased the surface area, so the air resistance must be increases. Air resistance decreases when the car moves. Air resistance decreases when the car moves. Also we have direct relationship between speed and air resistance. So the air resistance decreases, so the car moves slow, not so fast. For the network of pipelines that extends all over the body are, so network extends all over the body, so this is blood capillaries, sure, not blood platelets. This is from components of blood. Okay, aorta delivers blood to the lung of the body. Aorta delivers blood to the lungs. No, aorta delivers blood to all body cells, but pulmonary veins, pulmonary artery delivers blood to the lung. Okay, so I will change lung and write all body cells. Red cells attack the microbes. Red cells attack the microbes. Defend the body or attack the microbes. So this is white cells, not red cells. Platelets carry the gases inside the body. Who's responsible for carrying oxygen and carbon dioxide? Not platelets, it's red cells. Okay, red blood cells. So red blood cells carry the gases inside the body. Plasma helps in coagulation of blood when body wounded. Okay, who's helping in healing wounded wounds? This is platelets, not plasma. So platelets help in coagulation of blood when they wounded. Another type of question, give reasons for. Number 1, birds stretch their wings on landing. Birds stretch their wings on landing. Why? To increase the surface area, so the air resistance increases. So birds stretch their wings on landing to increase air resistance by increasing the surface area. Number 2, rockets and aircraft have streamlined shape. So this is the opposite. Rockets and aircraft have streamlined shape, okay, to decrease the air resistance by decreasing the surface area. So rockets and aircraft have streamlined shape to decrease air resistance by decreasing the surface area. Number 3, dolphin has a streamlined shape. The same answer, but here we are talking about object and water, not object and air. So we'll say to decrease water resistance by decreasing the surface area. So dolphin has a streamlined shape to decrease the water resistance by decreasing the surface area. Thank you, Primary 5.